The Rainbow Lefties Betrayal of Marx and Gramsci. After 1968 and escalating to an uncontrollable degree after 1989, the left has redefined itself as a guarantor of the identity politics of post-bourgeois capitalism, sapping the original source of Marx's own communism, namely the unhappy conscience of the European bourgeoisie. The result is a Kafkaesque metamorphic identikit of the new post-Marxist, pro-Atlanticist, pro-globalist left, the full complement of the deregulated anarcho-capitalism of the Mammon worshipping right. This is why rainbow lefties, those post-Marxists, virtually signaling snobs, have fully embraced the ascendancy of globalization and the subordination of the defeated along with their most fundamental requests: protectionism, social rights, employment, and others. And in the newspeak of the symbolic order, they are invariably ostracized and denounced as racists, populists, reactionaries, fascists, communists. The cosmopolite, liquid aristocracy of the American megalopolis, connected materially as well as spiritually to the elite lords of finance and cut off from all reality, those lovers of liberal progressive Anglophone universities, the ethical syphilis of Hollywood, and the spiritual leprosy of Beverly Hills, categorically disdain the concrete needs of the impoverished plebs. The only form of emancipation they recognize consists in the complete abolition of all limits, from the liberalization of drugs to the dissolution of extant bourgeois and proletarian ethical ideas. What remains of the left is extreme individualism and glorification of self in the name of civil rights. Disinclined to oppose capitalism, they now lended their unconditional support. The progressive vanguard of today's left, according to a dynamic that began in 1968, exalts individualism as the supreme value, ostensibly in defense of civil rights, in other words, the rights of individualized new cosmopolitan consumers, and look down with supreme contempt upon previous bourgeois and proletarian societal formations and their way of life, upon precarious workers, and more generally upon the world of work and the concept of material interests central to the Marxian theory. Never mind that Marx's early text on the Jewish question contains a scathing indictment of the liberal idea of freedom and the abstract rights of man. Today, the progressive vanguard of the left ideally and measurably defends progress, understood as exclusively belonging to the owners and managers of monopoly capital, and its unlimited advancement, namely the potential of capitalist modernization to defeat and dissolve former bourgeois and proletarian ideologies in order to effectuate the unlimited expansion of the commodity form and policies of economic deregulation in the name of the liberal, libertarian individual, omnipotent, providing he remains economically solvent, in the flat world of the deicized system of needs. Whereas nowadays, in the most perfunctory way, the civil rights of individuals with a broken social bond, the post-bourgeois and post-proletarian Übermensch, are being extended, the attempt to annihilate labor laws and social policies associated with the formation of bourgeois and proletarian social communities gathers speed, and moreover, with the approval of the lobotomized masses manipulated by the spectacle of non-stop media bombardment, and every single time, without fail or exception, willing to defend everything except what is pertinent to economic strength that cuts across economic divides, and to give careful consideration to the language and lexical categories imposed by the neoliberal globalist promoters of precariat labor. Since the beginning, with the 1990s, each and every triumph of the rainbow lefty is a most signal defeat for the working class.